What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant, and you're watching Sub Urban Nerd. This is a channel where I give my nerd views on today's nerd news. But first, I'd like to start off on a serious note. Today is 9/11. I'd like to give some remembrance to the 2,996 people that died. 6,000 were wounded, but I'm not sure as far as if any of those died later. But the 296 people on the 4 planes that crashed, the 19 pieces of shit terrorists that caused this bullshit to happen, the 2,606 people that were in the towers that fell, and the 125 people that died at the Pentagon when that crashed. Every year, it's supposed to be like we've strived, because after 9/11, our country became stronger. We didn't become weaker, so we showed them that it wasn't gonna hurt us like they believed it would. It made us stronger. Also, for the people that are in Florida, because I have a couple friends that actually made it back up, and there's some people that are still down there. Best of wishes to you guys for Hurricane Irma, and also for the Hurricane Harvey that are still dealing with that. In fact, one of the stories I'm going to talk about has something to do with that. But yes, best wishes to everybody that was in a hurricane, that got from the hurricane, and people that are going back to their homes after the hurricane happened. Hopefully their houses have not been damaged that much by the flood. Another one that happened over the weekend, part into that, is we lost another great comic book person. His name is Len Wein. He died at the age of 69. He was a co-creator of the characters of like Wolverine, Colossus, Storm, Nightcrawler, and Jersey's superhero Swamp Thing. He was also like the writer of a lot of other comic books, including like Batman, and he, from early 70s on up to now. He will be greatly missed in the comic book fandom. Best wishes to his family, and that's about it as far as the sad news. For all the other people, or for now, the Nerd Rundown, It has broken records worldwide. Like, it came in well over the estimated. Everyone thought it was going to make maybe 50 million would have been good for it, for R-rated film. Because actually the highest one was, I think, 52 million by Paranormal Activity 3. But, yes, so it would have been like right under at 52. That was where they were hoping. Then estimated jumped up to 70. And then they jumped up to 90. I estimated, like on my Friday guess, I was saying that maybe like 110. This movie made 123 million. It came in number 1 as far as R-rated horror films, or horror films in general. It came in number 1 horror films, crushing all other records, like double. As far as R-rated movies, it just came underneath Deadpool's 132.4 million. And I believe it might have actually beat it if it wasn't for actually the hurricanes and stuff, because a lot of people stayed in, in their homes and in the theaters. Like Florida was shut down, so that's a lot of theaters. Hurricane Harvey, the people over there are still doing what they had to deal with, so they might not be going to the movies as well. So if everything was great, for the past couple weeks, I think this probably would have beat Deadpool for number 1 R-rated film. But as far as that, it's the 5th highest grossing R-rated film after only 3 days of release. So it's already gonna crush it. It's gonna crush everything, all expectations. And I saw it, and it's a great movie. Actually, my review, I'll put the notation to it. It was great. I watched it. It was fun, exciting. Little jump scares there. Like, I don't really get scared. I can go to sleep after watching Paranormal Activity and all that stuff. It doesn't bother me. I just out. But yeah, it was great. I'm going to go through the top 5 movies of the weekend. It, of course, at 123 million, killed it. Home Again, Reese Witherspoon, at 9.02 million. Hitman's Bodyguard, which I love that shit. It was at 4.85 million. Annabelle Creations came in at 4 million, and Wind River, it came in at 4 million, but they were at 96.2 million in domestic, which is really great for R-rated film as well. Wind River came in at 3.21 million at a domestic total of 25 million. So it was pretty good, but the major standout was, of course, it. On the next to the Nerd Rundown, there's going to be a Purge 4. is going to be a prequel, and it's going to be taking place, I guess, in Staten Island. This is basically how the Purge started, like the first trial of the Purge, and how the people that were, you could leave from Staten Island if you want, but if you stayed during the Purge, the government or someone actually, they gave you money to stay just to test out how it would work. So, this, I didn't watch the first one. I watched the second one, loved it. Watched the third one, it was okay. Definitely wasn't up to par as far as the second one, but still, I was entertained somewhat. So the fourth one, hopefully, they get it right again as far as the second one, and it's gonna be, I guess, in a vein of Battle Royale. This is a Japanese film that you really should check it out. It's really great. A bunch of kids stuck on an island. They have to kill for only one to survive. Whatever. Like, check out Battle Royale. Next on a nerd rundown is the new Thor TV spot. It's a 30-second trailer, or I guess commercial for the Thor. I've seen it. It's fun. Revengers, that's what Thor's trying to come up with a name for their group, and like, what do you call this group? And he's like, Revengers, and you're like, really? He was like, well, it doesn't have to have a name, but yeah, it was fun. Hela looks badass as always. It's like, I'm the god of death. What are you the god of? What is the god of Thor? Thor's the god of thunder, I guess. That's it. And then Odin's the god of like everything. But yeah, it's really fun. Thor Ragnarok, can't wait. Gonna get my ticket, definitely gonna see that. Next, Kingsman. The New York premiere was canceled because they're gonna take all the proceeds and profits and put it towards helping the people that were hurt. That had to deal with the Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Irma, and that's what I was talking about before. And yeah, it's a good thing. Like, instead of showing off and having all these premieres, corporate and stuff like that, take all that money you're going to put in it and just help the people that really need it right now. And that's one great thing about this industry. Sometimes they just come out of nowhere and just does something great, Hopefully, I don't know as far as what to contribute. I'll try and see if I can find some place and maybe put a link down below. But you can always just go Google any type of help hurricane, Red Cross or whatever, all that, and something. You could always put maybe $5, $10, Starbucks coffee is close to that, Get yourself venti or latte or grande. I don't even know what those sizes are, but you can get one of those things. Surely is enough to help someone. Just skip a little bit on the caffeine. You ain't got to take say 4 of those ventis or whatever. And next, Jared Leto, he talks about how he's confused about the multiple Jokers, but he's cool with it. You know what I'm saying? That's his paycheck. He ain't make the Joker. He just gave his interpretation of it. So, he can... I feel for him, and I don't feel that they should be doing this, but, you know what I'm saying? You're getting a paycheck. They're paying you to do something. Just accept it, and just take your money and do what you got to do. Do what they want you to do, when they want you to do it. So, I understand. Next one, Jeff Loeb. He's a producer and a writer for TV shows such as Smallville, and which I kind of only liked the first 3 or something seasons, so I'm hoping he wasn't on the later ones, because those piece of shit, I just didn't like it. I was so disappointed in the series finale. It's one of those things that I talked to everybody today, and everyone agrees with me. The last episode was a piece of shit. So but Jeff Loeb explains how the Inhumans, how basically it came to be. It was a TV show. It was it really didn't explain much, because you already knew the fact that it was supposed to be a movie. It was in a slate for Marvel's movies. Then all of a sudden it was off. Then all of a sudden they talked about in fact, what's his name? Vin Diesel was supposed to be. He wanted to play the role of the Black Bolt, so that didn't fall. That fell short or whatever. So he's basically explaining how that's just what happened, the logic of it, but he doesn't say much. Just know that, from what I'm hearing, Inhumans is not good. So they rushed on it. I don't know why they rushed. They did something, but from what I'm hearing, it's just not a good show. Hopefully the next 6 episodes after the first 2 show, because the first 2 is what they premiered in IMAX, and that did not please anyone. So I'm hoping that maybe they stepped it up for the next one. But remember, the showrunner for Iron Fist season 1 is the showrunner for this, so not a lot of hope for this thing, because everybody that's seen Iron Fist knows it's a piece of shit. Next one is Jessica Chastain says she is not playing Lilandra in the X-Men Dark Phoenix saga. Lalandra, I think she's a queen of the spaceships. Like, I don't know. They said that before that they're not even really going galactic, so I don't know how they're gonna do Lalandra. But they're saying that she's not even playing Lalandra, so I don't know what Jessica Chastain. But Jessica Chastain's an excellent actress, so I'm pretty sure she's gonna be great in whatever role they put her in. Plus, she's beautiful. Jeremy Renner. There's pictures going around about him having like a mohawk in it, and they're thinking that he might be playing a character named Ronan, or going to be a character named Ronan, even though he's Hawkeye already. And personally, I don't think it means shit. I think maybe Hawkeye just wanted a fucking mohawk haircut. Maybe. Not everything means something, Maybe he's just going for that badass look. Mohawks do make people badass, no matter who are. Look at Mr. T. Look at everyone. Like, Mohawks are just known for being badass, So people might be running a little bit off of that. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe it's something, But regardless of the fact, I don't care. Also, Alan Richardson, he's going to be Hawk, and Minka Kelly, the gorgeous, lovely Minka Kelly, is going to be playing Dove in the Titans TV show, Hawk and Dove. I'm not too familiar with the comic series. I'm probably going to have to check up and read up a little bit more on that. But yeah, there's more casting. I already mentioned Starfire is going to be I forget what her name is, but she was in 24 Legacy. So they're coming together with their group. I'm still looking for Roy from Arrow. So hopefully maybe he's still in there or something. I don't know. But he was originally the one that they were starting with this Titans whole TV show. He was originally supposed to be the one that's going to start this, but I don't know how that's going to work. But hopefully everything works out with the Titans show. Looking forward to it. And then finally, Spider-Man: Homecoming is estimated to make $75 million in China. Yes, Spider-Man didn't even come out in China yet, so it's making that money. You know how I say, get that money. So Spider-Man, he's definitely, I think, is breaking some records. I'm not sure. It's hard to keep track of how many records are being broken. But what, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man: Homecoming, you got It, you got like so many movies now are just breaking records, and that's just great news for the movie industry. That means that it's not gonna fall short. People are still going out to watch movies. I still go out to watch movies because nowadays we can stream anything we want, whenever we want. So it's still good to keep it alive, even though the concession stands is where it really kills you. But that's how they make their money, because they don't make all that money off the movies. They get about 1/3 of profits for every movie coming out. So, that's how that works out. But that's it. I'm Wes Grant. Remember to like, subscribe. I'm going to add some notations. Subscribe. I'm going to add notation of the shows. And if anything, just remember that I'm Wes Grant. This is Suburban Nerd. And you've just been Nerdified. Catch you tomorrow.